Okay, I just decided I wanted to do a live instead of a normal IGTV. I know a lot of people are not even on Instagram right now at 7 a.m. on a Friday morning, but I've been wanting to do a video on this for a little while about resetting for the summer, and so I thought I would just start explaining it. It would be really long in stories. So I'm going to do a series. Oh, and so many people are joining. I'm glad you're here on a Friday morning early. I'm going to show you some of the things that we do with our summer to reset. So I'm going to start with our command center because I think it's really important. At the end of the school year, kids bring their school papers home. This is a high functioning area for us all throughout the year. So I'm going to flip the camera and show you if I can. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I've talked about this area in our house before, and I know not everyone has a built-in desk, but there are parts of this that can be anywhere. This can be the basket that I have on my command center. It doesn't have to be a basket. It can be anything, anywhere. It can be in your kitchen. It could be in your mudroom. It just needs to be in a central location. So this is what's worked for us. I call this our action basket. This is where I sometimes let things pile up, but no matter what goes in here, there are things that need to be taken care of. So right now, I actually just recently went through it, but these are things that are happening right now. I have soccer, still a bill that's unpaid, swimming lessons that I haven't signed up for yet. This is where we keep all of our iPads for charging stations, so our kids check in their devices at the end of the night. And then my girls are into play, so that's their script. So these are things that we're pulling, and then of course my Real Simple magazines. So things that we're going to, sometimes if I find a missing piece, it will go in here. We have like kids check in phones and Post-its and just coupons and stuff. So it can get a little messy and a little out of hand, but I don't believe in junk drawers. I believe in utility drawers. So this makes it so that there's a landing place where papers will not get lost. My kids keep most of their school papers in their backpacks, but this is stuff that mom has to get to, even if it's in a week or if it's tomorrow. This is stuff that needs to be addressed. So I love having my action basket. And then I have a little filing cabinet built into my desk downstairs where we keep our files. I haven't transferred everything over digitally yet, but that's where I keep files that I need to keep for taxes and stuff. But I don't want to go downstairs every time I have a piece of paper, and we know we're not going to do that. So every week when I'm going through my action basket, I typically file things here. And I'll show you my different categories. So this is the one that I want to talk about the most. This is the end of the school year, and kids are coming home with a bunch of school papers. Oh, it's not that one, it's kids. So I have a kids one. As you can see, it's quite full throughout the school year with report cards, anything that's important for my kids that we're not needing access to all the time. This is kind of where we file it away. But even those like first of the year packets that teachers give you, I have their names on top. Since obviously file folders going in here, you can't see what they are because of the tabs. So this is the fattest one. Let's see whose this is. This is Hadley's. And I mean, it has everything from report cards to progress reports to papers that I usually throw away 90% of their papers. But if there's a paper that they say they want to keep, or if they were proud of a certain test on a score, we just put it in here. I'm going to get to what we do with it after it's in here at the end of the year, because my process is a little bit different than I think what's kind of popular right now. So each kid has a folder. Then in our family section, and these are just tabs that have worked for me, and so some of them relate to Reset Your Nest. This is stuff for reading our scriptures. Useful info are things that I don't really want to throw away, but they're not to get to items like chore charts, items about essential oils. This is like information, like my magazine cutouts, if I ever have any. This is my old Pinterest. And then we, in the last 3 years, bought and remodeled a house. So this is stuff related like our sprinkler system, things that we need access to. These are like my personal landscaping plans. I think I have an inspo pic. Isn't that cute? So that was an inspiration picture for my daughter's room. So house information there. And then that's just extra paper because we're always needing paper. And then budget related items. This is where I keep all my receipts. I know I don't need to keep receipts, but I like to keep them just for a few months. Oh my goodness, I just started my computer up. My kids are watching Studio C. Okay, these are files that specifically need to be kept all year for taxes, so it's really nice. I just have this going year round, so if I ever get a paper or a donation slip or anything that's taxes related, I put it in there. Receipts, and then this is Reset Your Nest related stuff. So what's nice is I'm not getting into these every day, but once something leaves an action basket or I pull out receipts, I throw, like I said, most of it away, but the stuff that I decide to keep that I think might be worth keeping for a month or 6 months or even longer will get filed away in one of these files, and it's really easy to pop it in. And then every 6 months is when I pull out the receipts, which I don't think I did it this year, so it's probably been like a year's worth of, these are like to be filed items, and receipts need to be filed, and most of it, again, will probably be whittled down one more time before anything actually ends up in my file. But this system has worked really well for me. For those who are still dealing with paper, I wish I were more digital. I'm trying to get more digital in a lot of things, but because we do inevitably have papers coming in, it's simple, it's out in the open, I don't have to go anywhere for it, it's easily labeled. I have my action basket that makes it so things don't get forgotten, and then I have those. So that is the first thing that we did this summer to reset, is going through this basket, and now we're gonna start to go through these. Some other things I'll show you real fast. I showed it in a reel, but to explain it a little bit more, every year we plan out our summer. This is what we did 2 weeks ago, because summer started for us 2 weeks ago. This cute calendar is from 8-minute classes. We use different colors for each kid. We write the big things that are coming up. So the kids and it's really nice to look at it 3 months at a glance, because summer goes by so fast, so we can get a feel for what our summer is going to look like. And all the while it keeps my younger ones' attention span because they're coloring it and it's this fun activity. And then we work on our summer bucket list where everyone contributes ideas of all the things we want to do. We have things that we're going to do anyway. We have things that we want to do and want to make sure that we make a priority. And then I also throw things in there that I want to get done, like resetting each space, resetting each room in the house, and we've actually been doing a good job of working towards that. So this has all the things on our bucket list. And then I also do chore charts. These right now are a free printable, customizable printable on my website. So if you want to go to my website, you can get one. And again, I walk through with each kid their chores and the things that I want them to be doing through the summer. And then if they have a goal too, that will make it on here. So that's how we get our summer started, focusing on the command center first, and then on those calendars, bucket lists, all the fun things. Later today, I'm going to show you what I've done in each kid's room and in the bathrooms to do a quick reset. Oh, maybe I'll show you my pantry. It's a work in progress. This is a preview. So my pantry stays super organized, but over time, things get depleted. So yesterday I spent some time just taking stock of what containers weren't working for me anymore, what things I needed to replenish at the store, what labels maybe needed some adjusting, and I'm switching everything over to these labels that we make at Reset Your Nest because I just genuinely love them. And so I also need to take stock of what custom labels I needed made and what cans I need to replenish. So that is my pantry, and there are a few more things to be done, but it's really nice to be able to reset and just feel like every space, piece by piece. I try and just take one space a day, whether it's a room with a kid or my pantry, and just devote a solid hour to it. And usually it doesn't take a whole hour. I also just got this. I was going to share this in stories. I love the engineer prints and they're so cheap. So I just typed up on a Word document and saved it as a PDF our family cheer that we say each night. Because I'm covering up some holes you can see right there that haven't been repaired yet. And so I just wanted something to make me not sad that my pantry has these big holes in it. And now we have our family theme written in our pantry. Just adds that personal touch. So those are the spaces that have been reset so far. I would love to know your questions. I know summer is a time for fun and hanging out and making memories and total chaos. But I think it's really important to also have time to, I use the word reset a lot. Oh, you're so nice. But just to feel like there is a little bit of order, a little bit of structure, and having a goal to reset each room, and then for sure to take care of the command center is, I think, the best way to do that. So I'm going to start a new IGTV live so it can be separate so people can find it, on what I do with my kids' papers as soon as they're out of that file. So this was the command center version, and then I'm going to, what are those family kids budget things called? They're called magazine holders. And these, I don't think Target still carries them, but these are from Target. I like the ones from IKEA. They're a little more budget friendly than Container Store, but still a little sturdy. Amazon sells them super cheap. You can get like cardboard ones for like $1. And the Container Store ones are really quite beautiful. They're just a little pricier. So I love magazine holders. You can even find clear acrylic ones, which are cool, but they hold manila folders or cute folders, file folders really well. So that's a good question. What is the best place to start resetting? I love that question. I think it depends on you. For me, at the end of the summer, I decided that it was my kids' rooms because they just are transitioning from being in school all time, and we are transitioning seasons officially. And so I started with each kid's room, and then we've done their bathrooms, and then now, today is the day to do the command center. So I already took care of my action basket yesterday, and today we're going to tackle their school papers. And they always love this project, and that's what I'll talk about, is how much fun it is to get the kids involved with sorting their school papers. But I think deciding which space to reset is super personal. It depends on where your pain points are. If there's an area that's bothering you, if every time you look at your pantry you're thinking, oh, this makes me so frustrated, I can't find anything, then that's where you should start. But for me in this summer, I just depended on my schedule too. I knew my pantry reset would be really quick. It took me less than an hour to decide what labels I needed and to do a little bit of reconfiguring. And so that was an easy one. So I put that on a busier day because I knew I didn't have a whole day. But some of my kids' rooms that are needing a lot of attention, we devoted the whole day. It was like, okay, Hadley, this is your day to get to reset. And we'll reset your room, and I'll show you what we did in her room too. She's standing right here. So, okay, yeah, how do you do an under the stairs pantry closet? That's a good question. Every pantry is so different. In my pantry course, I talk about a lot of spaces, that how you can translate the principles to any space. I think the most important thing is to get the right dimensions and to get containers that fit the right dimensions. So whether you're decanting items or just using bins to corral like items together, your containers need to fit the depth of the shelf. And then if you have an under the stairs, if you have things that are slanted, I like Lazy Susans for deep shelves or for any awkward angles. I don't know if you have awkward angles in there, but those are my few tips there. Tips for a house with no utility closet and a tiny washroom. I am going to do a story on a tiny, tiny washroom soon because we have the tiniest master bathroom on the planet. So I do have tips for that, but no utility closet is tricky. I think just being really picky about what you're storing and where. Not buying a lot of back stock. I love buying things on sale. If you don't have a place for back stock to go, I think just really trying to focus and live intentionally and put those things in your home or your bathroom or wherever it is that you're actually using will save you so much headache in the long run because you're just surrounded by the things you love. Okay, you guys have been awesome. I know I missed a bunch of questions, but it was fun. I am surprised that I thought I'm just going to do this even if no one joins, and there are all these people on here. So I'm glad you're awake with me on a Friday morning. And yeah, I am going to pop right back on here and show you what I do for my kids' school papers, but I feel like that's a little bit separate topic. So, okay, hope that you are having a good Friday. And I don't know how to end this, so let's see if I can figure it out.